Hi there, students. To wall in. To wall in. Okay, well, clearly this means to build a wall all the way round something. So they walled in a small area of the garden to make it private. To wall in, to enclose with a wall. They walled in part of the kitchen to make an extra bathroom. So that's pretty obvious, to make a wall round something, but we can also use this metaphorically. I felt walled in by all of the new regulations and the new laws that there were surrounding this type of business. So to feel completely surrounded. I was walled in on all sides by different people telling me what I had to do and where I had to go. And I didn't feel I had any possibility of making up my own mind, of making my own decision. Okay, so to wall in, you can to imprison something inside. The prisoners were walled in inside a cave. But let's see, the village was walled in by huge mountains. Very tall pine trees walled in the tiny village, and it was cut off. Okay, so to wall in, this is something that is encircling something. It goes all the way round it so that you can't see it. Okay, so this is something that is walled in. It's surrounded by a barrier, surrounded by tall structures. But you are walled in. I was walled in by the financial constraints of the business. There were no independent decisions that I could make, and I was walled in. I was shut off, if you like. That I didn't have any room for maneuver, any room for movement. So yeah, I was completely walled in. You don't have any freedom of movement, any freedom of decision. So if somebody's walled in, they're surrounded by a barrier. But he was walled in by mounds of papers in his office. I can't change my life because I'm walled in by all of the debts that I need to pay off, and I need to keep working until I'm 70 in order to pay this off, and I'm walled in, I'm hemmed in. I don't have any possibility of escaping. Okay, so walled in, you're hemmed in, you don't have any possibilities. Maybe children very often feel walled in by their parents, that they are not allowed to make their own decisions. Or maybe the police have the prisoner walled in because there are roadblocks everywhere. The terms of this contract have me walled in, and even my lawyer can't find a way out for me. There are so many regulations that I'm walled in, and there is nothing I can do to get out of this difficult situation. Yeah, so it's talking about not having space to move. The demonstrators were walled in by the police cordon, and they couldn't get out. I guess my car was walled in by various different vehicles, and I just couldn't maneuver it out. Okay, so walled in. Notice you can immure somebody. If somebody is immured, you put them in a place and you build a wall in front and you don't let them out. But I was prevented from changing my life because I was walled in by all sorts of obstacles. I couldn't grow. I couldn't move easily. I was walled in by all of these problems and difficulties. To walled him in. So it's a separable phrasal verb as well. So formality. I think I'm going to give it a 4.5. Use anywhere except for maybe something very formal. Wall in. Bye for now.